Rock essentially responded to your remarks regarding her son's blindness or impairment by saying, "You guys are tripping," after she videotaped herself at a restaurant while dining with him. It was also mentioned that the infant didn't blink once while the video was being recorded. I'll explain why some people continue to believe that her child is having difficulties. "She drank," I said, and yes, Rock and I are officially done. It's strictly business. I tried it, and obviously it wasn't given before she announced she's expecting a baby. Blueface said in response to Kian's announcement that she was expecting a child with him. Together with Kian and Blue Sun, this child has suffered the most in Hollywood. Because I hear the cry and see what you all saw, I do think there might be a neurological problem. Actually began stating, I know you all thought she was all about me prior to the baby's birth. Before discovering that the DNA test is not his, Rock dated 10 different men in the past year. Me too, LOL, but the facts are facts. Being my BM would be a blessing. Even worse, Blueface appears in leaked text messages. Was the one pushing Kian to end the pregnancy after a paternity test showed that Blueface was the child's father. He was responsible, but there was still a lot of drama as usual. Shortly after the baby was born in September 2023, social media was ablaze with rumors that he would be a lifelong cheater and that having a child would only force Chrisean to stay with him. So it was best for her to end the pregnancy. Since Khan had already faced criticism for her frequent partying during her pregnancy, it was to assume that Blue's claims that Kian smoked and drank during her pregnancy contributed to Chrisean Jr.'s fetal alcohol syndrome. Additionally, reports from online doctors indicate that Chrisean's son actually had wrinkles in the corners of his eyes, and his small eyes were drooping. Additionally, videos of Kian's child wailing were shared online, with some claiming that it sounded like Munchausen syndrome. However, at the time, high-pitched crying in infants could also be caused by alcohol withdrawal. Kian's nose, gaping mouth, and extra-large low-set ears are all outward signs of fetal alcohol syndrome. According to Rock, her child is doing fine, and the hospital would have told her if he had any symptoms, but it wasn't. In addition to the baby's alleged FAS, she also discussed the CA's handling of the child, which many felt might have hindered the development. For instance, she stated that just because the picture wasn't cute doesn't mean that people could post her baby online and start speculating about his health. In a social media video of Khan at Walmart, she was chastised for not providing Khan Jr. with the proper care, and many followers highlighted the dangers of while walking her dog on a leash inside the store. When the video went viral, Rock was accused of being too distracted to properly tend to Chrisean Jr., leaving the neck unsupported. Rock even admitted that she was at fault for not holding the baby's head appropriately, but she added that if she had sensed a problem, the woman who had seen her struggling might have offered to help instead of that lady recording me. Me, Blueface, took the act shortly after claiming that Chrisean Jr. was also having health issues and accusing Christiane of being an unfit mother because she had delayed surgery for their newborn son's hernia and missed hospitalization appointments to deal with his medical concerns. I got a dog 2 cards. She did have a point, but to many, that only meant that Rock was not providing the child with the proper care. In fact, Blueface wrote, "She is yes. She is an unfit mother who has been delaying surgery and skipping appointments to do as she pleases." I went to confirm that they were discussing surgery after they shared a photo of their son's privates to show followers what it looked like. And he added, "She missed the appointment. Do you see how frustrated I am that she is now?" She tweeted, playing with it out of contempt, despair, and the belief that my son is a defenseless infant, while placing his welfare last on your list of considerations. In a different tweet about his kid's need for surgery, Blueface said that his baby was in continual agony, but it seemed like Chrisean didn't care. He wrote in IC, "My son is in constant pain, and she's acting like it's not a problem." The baby eventually had surgery, and the CA even said that it went well. They also shared a boomerang video of a happy Chrisean Jr. from his hospital bed, saying that he was getting better quickly. However, when we arrived, they said, "You missed the appointment. It was 2 days ago. The doctors are busy now. We have to reschedule at that moment." I knew she wasn't really up for the challenge, but after the kid was born, Blue went on a tirade about Khan's neglect of their child and attacked her online, saying, "If she doesn't take my son seriously and make that her main focus and priority for at least 3 years. I can't believe y'all thought a kid would change anything in the first 48 hours the baby has been held," he added in a tweet 24 hours later. The I will file for custody in at least 30 days because she is so self-centered and only thinks about herself rather than what is best for the child. It's sad that she doesn't realize we care more about the baby than she does at this point. You have been warned that every time I check my phone, I see 20 different people touching the baby. My kid won't be touched by anyone in her family, so I don't play these kinds of games. I'm holding my 2-day-old baby. It doesn't help that Blue's mother, Carissa, believes the baby may be having problems when I work out at BB Baby. Remember when Chrisean stated Carissa shouldn't be with her child after she made about his appearance? She clarified her comments on Instagram Live by saying that there might be a neurological problem. Furthermore, Carissa insisted that everyone knew about Rock's alcohol consumption during her pregnancy and could see something going on with his. Since I'm not a medical professional, I can't really tell if there's anything wrong with the child. But in an Instagram live stream, she addressed specific allegations that her son Kian Jr. is blind or cognitively challenged. He's blessed, and he'll be talking, walking, playing football, and doing everything else. Who are you guys to tell me what he was diagnosed with based on his appearance? I reprimand whatever you say about my child because, honestly, it sounds like you guys don't know anything about God or anything else. However, you know why I like this. Because, in essence, all the credit to God, bro. Since Cran doesn't care, you may say whatever you want at this time. They want to sit up and talk about how wonderful my baby is. Cran is saying that her child was dedicated on the 7th day. Despite Crean's efforts to emphasize that her child is doing well, people continue to say that his developmental stage is evident. If she has been taking him to the doctor on time, there is no way she hasn't been informed that people have been saying that Kian is not giving her child adequate care, and that she is in denial about what's actually happening with him. You forgot when he got dedicated on the 7th day. According to followers, the baby's inability to hold his head and continued bobbing like he is 3 months old should be worrying at 7 or 8 months. A 7 or 8-month-old would have also been. What do you think? Does the kid appear to have health issues? Do you believe CA is in denial, or that she just doesn't want people to know what's going on? I hope that if Chrisean is in denial, it's just for the internet and that she isn't actually disregarding her baby's health. Tell us what's going on with her baby in the space provided for comments below. According to followers, Chrisean should probably keep her infant off social media rather than posting him for scrutiny because it seems like he is incapable of understanding anything.